Hello everyone, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to see array in Java. Let's understand what is array and how to create array. Array is a group of primitive values or object. Array is a group of similar data type. Array is a fixed in size. That means if you wanted to create an array, then you must know the type of values and the total number of values you wanted to store inside it. It is a non-primitive data type. In Java, there are primitive and non-primitive are the two different categories, out of which array comes under a non-primitive data type. Array is index based and it is always start from the zero. Indexes are always managed internally by Java. You do not have to explicitly create or manage the indexes. But if you wanted to set or get a value from array, then you have to use the index. There are different types of array in Java, such as one-dimensional, two-dimensional, multi-dimensional, which is also known as jacked array. If you wanted to create any of the type array, then you have to use these three steps: declaration, instantiation, and initialization. Let's discuss about these three steps in more detail in the next slide. We'll discuss about a one-dimensional array first. So these are the three steps just we discussed. If you wanted to create an array, the declaration step as the data type, the name of the array, and this bracket denotes it's an array type of variable. Suppose if I wanted to create an array which stores a 5 percentages, for that I'm declaring an array here of type double. Name of the array is percent, and I'm giving this square bracket. Once you declare the array, the next step is to instantiate it. And for the instantiation, we are using new operator, and the size of the array we have to provide while creating an object of array. As we discussed in the previous slide, array is a fixed in size, and the size has to provide while creating an instance of the array. Here, I'm creating an array of size 5. Internally, 5 value block will be created and every value block will be assigned with a default index. We'll discuss about this structure in more detail in the next slide. We can initialize the value block with the help of index and the value which you wanted to assign inside that value block. This is how you can create an array. Let's understand how you can implement and how the structure can be visualized of the array. This is the declaration of it. Whenever you instantiate an array, internally the value blocks will be created and every value block is assigned with a unique index. One thing to note here is the value block got initialized with the default value. This is the by default behavior of Java. Whenever you instantiate an array, by default, the value block gets initialized with the default value of the data type. If you created an int type of array, then the value block will get initialized with a zero value. If you wanted to initialize the value block with your own values, then you can make a use of index and you can provide the value which you want to assign inside it. Here, I am using a zeroth index and this value will be placed at the zeroth index value block. In the similar way, you can initialize other blocks as well. This is how you can create an array, and this is the structure which you can visualize whenever you create an array. To achieve the same thing, there are four different options. So these four options you can use to achieve same structure. The first option which we just discussed, in the another option, instantiation and initialization is happening on the same line. And for initialization, we are using a separate lines. In the third option, we are declaring, instantiating, and initializing the array on the same line. One thing you have to note is we are not providing a size of array here, but in the first and second option, it is mandatory to provide a size while creating an instance. The size of the array here will be decided on the basis of values which you are assigning inside it. And in the fourth option, we are not using new operator. Internally, Java creates an instance of an array and we'll get a similar type of structure. This is how you can create an array by using these four different options. This is about a one-dimensional array. We'll implement some of the programs for the one-dimensional array in the next session. Thank you very much for being here. We'll continue in the next session.